Welcome back, Shawn, for another week. What is up, my friend?
Thank you, brother. Thanks for having me. It's good to be back talking some Steelers football, man. How's it been over
Yep.
there?
Living a dream, man. Living a dream. We're going to talk a little bit about the Steelers here today, a little bit about the NFL. Things are good, bro. Things are good. Hope everybody else out there in the mic drop world, the viewers, is having a good day. Good weekend, or good weekend coming up. Actually, we're here at Hump Day. Thankfully, Hump Day. We're done. What's up, Nova Racer? Putting in there. Yeah, we're going to talk about that, Nova, for sure. Legend Edits. What's up, my friend? What's up, dude? Um, yeah, let's get started here, Shawn. Let's talk some shit going on. Let's start off with something easy. How about Anthony McFarland, a guy that was just recently a Pittsburgh Steeler? He joined a UFL team. Did you hear that, dude?
No, I didn't know. I remember him though. He had some wheels on him. I didn't know though he joined that. That's awesome.
Yeah, he was just on the roster last season. We saw him, I think, a little bit. I can't really remember him, but yeah, I just can't remember his most recent time, but it is what it is. Yeah, he's with the UFL team now. So that appears to be his next step in life. That sucks because he was fast out of Maryland. The Steelers had high hopes for him, man, and
I
yeah,
did
it just
too.
didn't pan out. Yeah, I thought he had a good night that night in Indianapolis. Him and Benny Snell when they were. It was a primetime game, and Benny and McFarland, they were running lights out that night, no doubt. Legend Edits, I think the new UFL thing is going to be pretty entertaining. I do too. What do you think about that, Shawn? The UFL shit.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for it. You know, anything new, any kind of any amount of football we can get, I'll take. You know,
Yeah,
sometimes
man.
that football, then when all the NFL games are over, I wish I had more. So yeah, right on.
Yeah, man, I'm down for it. I think it's going to be cool. You got The Rock involved. He's an owner of the league. Yeah, so shit could get cool, man, for sure. I don't know where all the franchises are though. I'm going to have to look that up. I'm going to Google that while we're on here. Where all the teams? I think they got a pretty limited amount of teams. I don't think there's a ton of them going on. Yeah, join UFL, something like that. So there's even you could probably buy a UFL franchise for a few $1,000,000 if you're a guy got some bucks out there. So
Yeah.
guys, yeah, hey, anything you guys want to talk about while we're out here gabbing and talking football here, go ahead and put it in the chat. Questions, comments, concerns, anything going on. Super Bowl stuff. What's up, Nova? Hey man, yeah, we're gonna talk about Nova's comment there at the beginning of the chat. We're gonna talk about a good bit of stuff tonight, and yeah, just let's get things going again with the Anthony McFarland thing. I just thought that was interesting. Um, let's start too. I watched an interview with James Harrison on the Pat McAfee show. I don't know if you saw that. I just seen it right before the show, and he was talking about the Steelers and what they've become a little bit. It wasn't like "What's up, Beer Malls?" Hey, but he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't. It wasn't like a real super long interview or anything. But he says expectations shouldn't just not be or not having a losing season. That shouldn't just be the expectations of the Pittsburgh Steelers. You're hearing it now from several, and Debo is one of the all-time great Steelers, and he's saying that, hey, it looks to me that the expectations have lowered. That place, you walk in there, there's 6 damn Lombardi trophies, and now all they can do is think about not losing, not having a losing season. What do you think about Debo's comments there, Shawn, saying that kind of stuff? And, you know, just what kind of vibe do you get when you hear Debo say that, man? Does that get your blood flowing with how this is going for the Pittsburgh Steelers lately?
No, I like it, man. I say preach on, preacher, because if these old guys are saying that, they can see something, you know, too. There's something lacking in that locker room, and they can see it, and they're letting everybody know. And you know, I say it. You know, don't hide it. Say it because that's what needs to be addressed in that locker room. And I think they are bringing in all this new coaching staff, and you know, we got a draft coming up. It's going to be a whole new
Mm-hmm.
year, man, and I think they're going for
Mm-hmm.
it this time. I got a good feeling, bro. Especially after that interview we just watched with Art Rooney II, man. Like he kind of
Yeah.
said, you know, he's leaving the door open for anything. So That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, and you could tell too he's getting tired of losing. But hey, thanks, Nova Racer. Yeah, guys. Hey, just let's I want to say this before we go any further. Last night we had the most viewers ever for a live show for this channel, 1,294 total viewers. We were up to like 100 at one point on at one time. That's pretty good for a small channel like this, and we are growing every day. And I wanted to thank all of you guys. I really appreciate it. It was a great time, and that was a record-breaking night for us here on Mike Drop Sports. So we'll see how we go here tonight. Maybe we'll break another record. But thanks, Nova. I appreciate that, my friend. What else did you say there, Nova? It would be great if the NFL could use it as a developmental league. Yeah, the UFL. Yeah, I agree. That'd be cool. What do you think about that, Shawn? The NFL don't got a minor leagues, and I think that would be a really cool thing.
Yeah, man, they need to branch out more, and add more to the channels, man. That's like kind of I've always liked that about baseball too. When players get hurt and they get sent down to the
Yeah,
minors, you can kind of view and see how they're doing with their progress. Then they get brought back up. NFL should have that too. That's a great idea.
yeah, that minor leagues, a place to dip into. Maybe each NFL franchise gets like a farm team, like the baseball, like you're talking about, like where you can bring players up, put people down, all that kind of shit. That would be cool, I think. I really do think that.
Yeah.
Let's get to some more comments here. Yeah, beer malls. Yeah, I miss Debo. He was in attendance at the Cardinals game we lost, I think. Yeah, he was. He was there during that shit show of a game. Beer Malls, thanks, bro. We appreciate that too. Keep it rolling, he said. Yeah, man. The UFL being a minor league team or a minor league would be awesome. I really, really think that, man. I just keep thinking about that. Oh, excuse me, Nova Racer. I think Rooney is at the point now too. Playoff wins are a must, and if you notice, Tomlin hasn't gotten his extension yet. I agree. Yeah, let's talk about that Art Rooney interview. It's the biggest pressing issue right now with the Steelers, and Art Rooney was pretty blunt in what he said. And I know it's February, and I know it's early, and everything is on the table. But he did say that everything, all doors are open, but he was like, all trades are open for QBs, but I don't buy that shit. I think he really wants Mason Rudolph by the sounds of him. We've had many commenters say that. Nova was talking to me earlier on the comments saying that they would like Mason Rudolph back. Yeah, I know they're still acting like it's Kenny's job to lose, but what did you overall think, Shawn, about Art Rooney's comments and what he's really trying to say here? He said that he's tired of the losing, basically, that they are grown impatient. So, what do you think about this interview, dude?
I think it's about time we heard from him saying something like that, that they want to get back to going deep into January, hopefully into February football. I was scared that these guys have actually settled in and they accept the 9-9 season or 9-8, whatever it was. They've been, a
Yeah,
9 season wins. That's horrible to me. I don't care. As long as you can sneak in the back door in the playoffs and just make it deep into the postseason, that's all that matters. I don't care about regular season records, man. I don't. And
me either, man.
it's good to see Rooney go up there and say something like that, man. Hopefully that rattles some cages.
Yeah, when your owner, the president, is saying this shit, hey, it's national news. He's saying he's getting tired of it. The frustrations are growing within that building. Legend Edits just asked, how big of a Kenny Pickett fan are you? Do you want to see him to still be the QB, or do you want them to draft a new one? I'm not a big Kenny Pickett fan. Shawn will be able to talk here what he thinks of Kenny Pickett. I just feel like Kenny Pickett isn't there developmentally at this stage right now. He was a guy that was a fifth year senior, a guy that spent 5 years in college, an older guy coming into the league. I just expect more from him at this point, and I just don't see it. And I'm not saying that it's impossible for it to happen, that he can't get there. But guys, I'm just not down for him anymore. I think there's got to be a new path, and I think Mason Rudolph is probably the cheapest, most economical way to have a leader inside of that building on offense that the players and the skill players are behind. The offensive line is behind. It's just the way it goes. What do you think about Kenny Pickett, Shawn? Do you want to see him keep getting wheeled out there, or what do you think?
Man, I've
Sign
been back.
Mason, dude.
I've been going back and forth with this Kenny Pickett thing, man. At first, I was like, yeah, oh, Kenny Pickett at the beginning of the season. And then as this year went on, I kind of fell off the bandwagon. And then when Mason came in, I was like, yes, this is awesome. Now that's how you throw a damn football. And now that we're hearing about Kenny, this is he's coming back. He's going to be the starter. I haven't been excited, but I don't want to make any I don't want to go off of my emotions. I want to just be patient and see what these guys are what they have planned for Kenny. I
Mhm.
like Mason, like I say, but I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna stay on the fence. I don't know which way to go right now with Kenny.
Yeah, I just don't see the development. And we were talking yesterday. There's no way for him to simulate the things that he needs to get better at without being in live game action. Yeah, we didn't get to see him but one game without Matt Canada. And was that enough? They didn't score a shit ton of points. Yeah, they put up a lot of yards that game, their first 400 plus yard game in a gazillion damn years. But dude, was it enough for you? Was that enough for you, Shawn, to say Kenny Pickett's the dude? I don't think so. But what do you think? Was that game a good enough gauge? Because we lost a lot of time seeing his development with his injuries. That's another concern. But was that game big enough for you that you would have high hopes?
No, it wasn't big enough for me, man. I only saw it from him one time, and when Mason came back in, and when he, like you said, he made that big throw, that slant to George Pickens, and just
Mhm.
that was a big time NFL throw, like you said yesterday. And the way he can throw, the strength, the way he delivers the ball, Kenny doesn't have that. I've never seen the
No.
ball dip out of Kenny's hand like that. And if I have, it's always over the receiver's head by 10, 15 yards, not even
Mhm.
close. Mason
Yeah,
has the factor that I like. I don't like the way Kenny releases the ball, man. I really don't.
yeah, Nova says, tell everyone to go watch Kenny, his film. Just doesn't have the skills necessary in the NFL. Exactly. We were, like I said, we were chatting back and forth there, Nova and I, a little bit. And yeah, he was guiding me to some film here, and I was watching it too. Kenny Pickett, like Shawn just said, he doesn't have that jump off of his hand, off that arm. He doesn't have that football isn't coming off there with that velocity, that NFL arm. When he throws that ball, it doesn't strike you as an NFL pass, in my opinion. The velocity lacks a great deal. He can't fit it into tight windows. He's not seeing defenses, and he really does stare down his receivers coming out of the huddle. He's staring down where he's going to try to go. He's antsy with his feet. He checks it down so damn much. He
Yeah,
just, it's injuries. I mean, the negatives so far outweigh the positives, and I'm having trouble as we move on, finding positives for him, man. I really, really am. I really am. Beer
yeah,
malls. Kenny need to be playing 2 3 quarters this preseason for experience. Granted, if the new coordinator can take him under his wing, I would have a quick trigger finger pointed at Kenny. Exactly. What do you think about that, Shawn? With Kenny's injury history, if he is going to be the so-called starter and it's his job to lose, do you agree, like with what Beer Malls is saying? Wheel him out there 3 quarters of the preseason games, each game, and let him go. Is that something you'd be willing to do?
absolutely, man. Yeah, get him out there, and he better make a big statement real fast. And if he goes out there like Beer Malls is saying for 3 quarters, and he only puts up 7, 10 points, we know
Yeah,
nothing's changed. Put Mason in
yeah.
there. Watch the points get racked up.
Yeah, and against inferior opponents. I mean, these guys, you'll be playing against like four-string guys. But yeah, like Nova just says here, the film doesn't lie. You turn the tape on, you see what the hell it is. It shows you. You can't argue what you're seeing on tape, and it's just poor. And you saw Mason Rudolph come in, and when you compare the two touchdown for touchdown. Mason didn't get him as many opportunities as Kenny, but damn, Kenny went after he threw that touchdown pass in the Tennessee game, guys. Kenny went 4 straight games without any touchdowns through the air after that. 4 straight. Is that progress to you guys? It's not progress to me. It ain't progress. I'm sorry. But do you think, Shawn, that after you watch that interview with Art Rooney, what do you think? Do you think he's really on board with the Mason Rudolph thing? Do you think that that's what he wants ultimately, and he's just blowing smoke and just saying what people really kind of want to hear since it's February about all trade options are open. We're going to talk about that here in a second too. But do you think he really is hoping that Mason Rudolph is able to be re-signed to the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I mean, if I was him, I would be, and I think he is. Yeah, and I think what right now what these guys are doing, it's like a poker game. They're holding their cards close to their chest. They don't want everybody to know what they want or what they're after. It's a poker face right now. So I think that's a lot of reason why you're not hearing about them talk about Mason so much. I think they do
Mm-hmm.
want Mason back. Actually, Art Rooney II says that they do want him back to compete with Kenny Pickett. I've already seen enough to where I believe Mason already outdone him. He earned that starting position, but they want to
Mm-hmm.
see him battle it out again. Maybe that ignites a fire in Kenny Pickett that we've never seen yet before. I don't know, but
Yeah, no doubt.
I think they're trying to have their poker face on right now.
Yeah, I do too. It's a little early. What's up, JD? I see you put that in there. Better late than never, my friend. Thanks
What's
for
up, River
joining us.
Mason? Thanks, brother.
Yeah, when you're looking at this, Mason really did, in my eyes, he played his way into an opportunity. And if he doesn't get that opportunity, that's a travesty, man. The guy has been patient. The guy has sat there and bided his time, been a teammate, been a leader, never causing problems. The Miles Garrett thing, but that wasn't his issue. Like, that was more blown up bullshit than I ever heard in my life, but it is what it is. It's the heat of the battle. Shit happens. Uh, yeah, it is what it is. I'm not even going to go down that road again with that, but it is what it is. That's Mason's only real blemish in my eyes, but he's played really damn good, and I'd really like to see him get that opportunity. Um, but they're impatient in this building, and you cannot keep going with Kenny Pickett, man. You just can't. All right, let's go to a couple more comments. What y'all think we're gonna keep Watt? I think we'll keep Watt for sure. I don't think he's going anywhere. He's a Steeler for life. Um, Nova says there's nothing the new OC can do to fix his running scared from the pocket problem. There's only one way to see what Kenny is, and that's when he has a real NFL rush coming at him. Exactly, dude. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. It's just crazy. Hey, the big one. There's a channel on YouTube in particular right now that is sweating Justin Fields nuts, dude. They want Justin Fields bad. I ain't gonna mention any names or anything. It is what it is. They usually do good job. The person I'm talking about, they usually do, but I think they're off base with their comments about Justin Fields and how the Steelers should pull the trigger. It's the best thing in the world for the Steelers. But we were just talking before the show started. What do you think about this, Shawn? If you were to go get Justin Fields, originally they were saying it'd probably take a second round pick. Now they're saying first round pick. Would you spend that? I sure to hell wouldn't spend it. I don't think it should happen. But would you spend that kind of draft capital on a guy that has 38 fumbles in his NFL career already?
No way, bro. I'm not sold on Justin Fields, and I probably never will be. He should stay right there in Arizona. I mean, in Chicago, and they need to build around him and lay in that bed that they made. And please do not send him to Pittsburgh.
No doubt. Legend ends it says, me personally, I like TJ, but sooner or later he would want a better team to be on that he has a better chance to win a championship and a better QB. No doubt, dude. And that was spoken about in the Art Rooney video. That was spoken about with James Harrison whenever he was interviewed on the Pat McAfee show. That these guys are getting older. The opportunities are becoming less, and there's not going to be many more chances. And these guys need to be able to get deep in the playoffs. And Art Rooney in particular said, dude, we got James, or we got TJ, we got Minka, we got Cam. These guys, they are not getting any younger, and we would like to get them a little bit farther in the playoffs. And I think that it's a travesty to have an all-time NFL great and not get them to a Super Bowl, at least have a chance to win a championship. Look at poor Dan Marino's career, a guy that made it to one Super Bowl and never got a championship. One time he got to play in it, and that's crazy. Nova Racers, the new OC, watch the games too. He will want the best QB can to have to work with. Yeah, no doubt. And he's seen the tape. JD, his numbers are terrible. Justin Fields, I agree, man. I don't think he's that great. Beer malls, I would just keep Mason. Yeah. So there's a certain time frame that they can sign these guys. I think it's like March or something. I thought we were talking about it earlier. Yeah, March, I think it is. But there's a certain time frame that has to happen. So that's why nothing's been done. I've had some commenters saying, why in hell why aren't they signing him and things like that? That's the reason, because there's time frames that you're allowed to do things and all that kind of stuff. Um, hey, did you guys ever hear this story? Before I forget this story, did you guys ever hear about how James Harrison saved TJ Watt? I guess he had a tree nut allergy, and the dude swelled up like freaking Will Smith and Hitch when he was all swelled up like an elephant, ran him to McGee Women's Hospital. The dude was about to die, threw him in the car and rode him there. Ain't that some crazy shit? Like JJ Watt was telling that today. That's so
I didn't know that.
crazy. Yeah, I didn't know that either until I heard it today. Nova Racer, I only think Rudy is waiting to see how Tomlin deals with the changes. They are laying on him before they sign his next extension. Normally, that would have been done by now. Yeah, usually they're 2 years out, like 2 years ahead. I've seen it get down to a year, but I've never seen it get down to the last year that they're working on that. What do you think, Shawn? What's your opinion about Mike Tomlin, Rooney's relationship? Do you think the ownership group and the president, Art Rooney, are getting a little bit pissed off about it and they're getting a little bit, eager to win here? Do you think that they're going to even eventually sign him, or do you think this is his make or break season in Pittsburgh for Michael Tomlin?
I honestly feel like they're happy with Tomlin. From that interview, Rooney mentioned that you should see how the players react to Tomlin, how the veterans love playing for Tomlin. Just everybody loves Tomlin so much. They all want to come to Pittsburgh. A lot of players and play for that franchise because of Tomlin. And I think the Rooneys really like that. And as far as winning in the postseason and not going very far, they're getting impatient. He did say that. And again, he said he's leaving the door open. I think that
Mhm.
speaks for Tomlin also. He's got to do
Mhm.
something this year. They better win a playoff game this year, or I bet Mike Tomlin might be in the hot seat once and for all. Finally,
Yeah, finally. You're dealing, guys, we're looking at a football team right now last year that scored 304 points, 28th out of 32 teams in the league. That is unacceptable. I don't give a shit, man. And I don't want to compare to any other team, any other franchise. 304 points, dude, in a season. That's 28. There's other ones. Points against, they rank sixth. You're wasting a defense that ranks sixth in the NFL and giving up points. They only gave up 324 points, and your record was 10-7. That's shitty, man. That's so shitty.
yeah.
I can't take it, man. What do you think about that stat, Shawn? Being 28th out of 32 and scoring. That sucks, dude.
Pitiful, bro. That's horrible. I bet the Jets played better. I don't know. That's bad.
They probably did score more points. Beer Malls, I like this screen format. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, bro. Nova Racer, they all have the shiny new toy syndrome. They want whoever isn't on the team already. I agree. I'm not gonna knock any other person that does like this media stuff, but man, some shit you hear, dude. This has to be done. This is exactly what they should do. None of us people that talk about this, nobody knows what they need to do, man. We're not in that building. We don't know what they're gonna do, is what I'm trying to say. It's ridiculous when some of these people are saying this trade should happen. That it's just like, come on, bro, just talk about it and don't try to spread the bullshit. Because honestly, I don't think Justin Fields and the Steelers are going to be a marriage. So sorry, I just don't think about it. All
I
right, let's
hope.
keep going here. Nah, me either, man. Beer Malls, I know Nova. They are testing him. I've been wondering if they're going to extend him before the season. They are testing Mike Tomlin, guys. This is a test of Mike Tomlin. I'm a firm believer in that. When you have Omar Khan and you had Andy Weidel with the draft they had last year, having that many rookies contributing right away, you're wasting an opportunity. Again, a defense that ranks sixth in points allowed, you're wasting opportunities. They were on the field a ton, and they got hurt. What do you think they need to do this year, Shawn, in this draft? What is the most important thing besides signing Mason Rudolph? What is your most important thing this offseason that the Steelers need to fix right now? If you were the general manager, what do you think?
the offensive line. You got to fix the center position, get that offensive line, because this is a run-heavy offense. Therefore, you got to have an animal of a line so you can just go out there and run the clock down on everybody and control the line of scrimmage. That's what the Steelers want. And if they want that, they're going to need to have an awesome offensive line. And that, of course, will open up the passing game for whatever young quarterback wins the starting position. But yeah, that would be me, man. You got to fix that O-line.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, the O-line, dude. I'm 1000% with you. You got to get that O-line perfect. But Beermall's just brought up a good point. Did we think that the O-line was better when Mason Rudolph was in the lineup? Absolutely, I think so. I thought the line played way better. Why? Because there was consistent quarterback play. They knew where he was going to be. They knew there was a guy back there that wasn't bailing out of pockets, and every pocket isn't going to be perfect. You got to have some nuts, guys, and you got to be able to stay inside of that pocket. You can't bail out at the first sign of trouble. It's just not what needs to be done. Even a guy like Big Ben, who moved around and played backyard football all the time, didn't bail that quickly. Not even whenever he first got into the league and super sucked. He wasn't that great. He really wasn't. But he ended up being better and better and better. And he didn't bail like that. And you can't. Like Kenny Pickett, what he's doing with the happy feet, you can't do that. You just cannot. All right, let's talk here. What'd you say, Shawn? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's hard to protect a quarterback when you never know where he's going to be. If you got a quarterback and you know he's going to stay in the pocket, you know exactly where you got to block your man from. So yeah, the O-line did do better with Mason. Absolutely, I agree too.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. I agree. When you know when your guy's going to be, you're not guessing. You got a guy coming up there telegraphing the plays like Kenny Pickett does. A guy that ain't antsy. I mean, shit. It's so much better for that offensive line, and they said as much. I think. What's your thoughts on the second string running back Warren? I think he's a beast. I think he has a little bit of ball control issues, though. What do you think about Jalen Warren, Shawn? And do you think the Steelers should bring in any type of other running back? The Lev Bell bullshit was going on, but do you think the Steelers need to add to that room, or do you think they're pretty solid in that room? With the running backs.
I think they're pretty solid, but it wouldn't hurt to have another third running back in there that's good. But I love Jalen Warren, bro, and I love what he brings to the offense. It's a whole different type of running game than what we have with Najee. But with the two combined together, we can beat up on some defenses with both those guys, depending on who they're playing. So I hope he goes nowhere. We need to keep him in Pittsburgh for many years to come, both of them.
Yeah. Do you think, though, he had a little bit of ball issues there, or do you think that some of that was weather related more than anything, or do you think he had maybe a little bit of the fumbles sometimes?
He might have a little bit of fumbleitis, but I don't think it's anything like Rashard Mendenhall or anything. But
now Mendenhall will go to the death about that game, bro. He didn't. I felt like he fumbled that shit away, but that was we won't go there. Oh my!
You could be right though. You could be right.
Corey Lacotte, he likes your guy, Jackson Powers or whatever his name is. Yeah, JPJ, the Oregon. Yeah, he likes him, man. That's Shawn's boy. Shawn loves that center out of Oregon. I can't blame him. The guy is a beast. Stan Clair, what do you think of Pat Riley's thoughts on the 10-year rule and how players start tuning coaches out? They all say the right things, but yeah. I think that's true. I think the message becomes stale. I think it's hard to keep a locker room for double-digit years in a professional setting with guys that make shit tons of money, ultra high egos. What do you think, Shawn? Do you think it's really hard to maintain that locker room after 10 plus years? Do you think that theory's right?
It's all about who you have in there running the show, and I feel like the longer you're in there, the more you should have a handle on everything. But what I saw last year made me really start scratching my head, like what is going on in that locker room?
I know.
So hopefully, with all this new additions, we see a whole new fire lit in that locker room, and these receivers go out there and they're motivated. They got to bring in Arthur Smith. Hopefully, he gets this thing going, and I'm not sure who they're going to hire for the wide receivers coach. That's another interesting topic, but. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I don't think it's a big deal. No, I think that this is all going to be a new game, new team, and you're not going to see what we saw.
Mhm.
That's what I want to
Yeah.
tell myself.
Yeah, no doubt. You It's just crazy. I'm looking at these numbers of the quarterbacks when we were talking about them. I had brought it up, like accuracy, pressure, like these advanced passing statistics, air yards, all that stuff. Kenny Pickett just fails, guys. He fails miserably. He really, really does. I know we were getting off topic there a little bit, but I was looking at that while we were talking. It was crazy. All right, let's do some more comments here, Shawn. The O line all said Mason made them look good. It's easier when they know where their QB will be. Nova Racer. Yeah, no doubt, brother. We agree with that for sure. They did say that. Rooney finally had a voice like Robert Kraft now. That was from Beer Malls. Yeah, Rooney is speaking up. And like Shawn said, that's something that needed to be done, I think, in for a long time now. JD O lineman said Kenny would run into a sack. He would, no doubt. He really would, dude.
Yep.
All right, Stan Clare. I had Mason working at Costco for the last 2 years, so I have to say I obviously was wrong. And what a fantastic surprise. Yeah. Hey, Mason Rudolph was left for dead. He 6 years in the league, only what a handful of starts, what a dozen starts at best. I'm not sure exactly how many he's played total. I think it's like 12 or 13, something like that. I don't know. But man, you're right. What a pleasant surprise. Were you ultra shocked, Shawn, when Mason Rudolph came in that first night against the Bungles and hit that pass and lit the world on fire with his play? How shocked were you that Mason Rudolph was able to do that, Shawn?
I was like pleasantly surprised, but at the same time, I was thinking, you know what? This is what happens when you starve somebody from something that they want so bad for a long time. He waited for that opportunity and he went out there and he did his job, man. And I'm just so happy he did. He made a fan out of me. Like, great story. Kind of like other quarterbacks in the league. I won't say any other names, but Mason has a great story, and for him to be starved and be shoved to the side, boot off the field, hit the helmet on his head, and embarrassed, he went out there and he got to redeem himself, and that was glorifying as a Steeler fan to see. And then I was pleasantly surprised. Yes, I did not expect him to play that well, and it was awesome.
Yeah, no doubt. And what you just said there, the guy got fire. He's hungry. He's had to earn his shit now. He's had to fight through all this turmoil and adversity and being overlooked. And the guy, there's something to be said about that. When you fight like that and you get through things like that, there's something to be said for what you've been through and how you've come out of that and how you handled that adversity. And that's what you want behind the line of scrimmage if you're an NFL franchise. You want a guy like that, a guy that's a fighter, man. And I say it so much, but I think that is the one variable that is so overlooked inside of the NFL, a guy's fight. Sometimes these guys come in and they're like, I'm made to shit, man. I'm in the NFL. I got my money. I'm doing it is what it is. You got to continue to work and continue to fight. It's like any damn thing else, man, for sure. All right, Ryan Staley, the Steelers need to really concentrate on this coaching staff. I'm sorry, but I can't get excited about mediocre Mike at the helm. It's hard, guys. It is hard to get excited for that, for sure. Beer Malls, yeah, Nova Kenny runs out of the pocket and throws it in the flat. He does all the time. Hold on, guys. I'm way behind on the comments. If I missed some, sorry about that. I'll try to get to you if you put it back in there. Go ahead. Don't forget, guys, just before we move on, like the videos and all that fun stuff. Share it because that really helps us get our word out there and shares our show. And we appreciate you guys so much for coming through and talking football with us guys here on Mike Drop Sports. Sage the Turtle, or Stage the Tuttle, sorry. Two mayonnaise lovers in one video. Mayonnaise? I don't like mayonnaise. Do you like mayonnaise, Shawn?
No, I'm not a big fan, brother.
Yeah, me either. I'm not a big fan of mayonnaise. All right. Somebody says Travis Stowe suck balls. Oh, geez, that's not very nice. Come on, be nice in the comments. Be nice in the comments. We did hit a new record there. I was watching, so we did break a record tonight. We had 99 consecutive at once. We almost hit 100. So let's ramp it up the whole way here. Yeah, Madden snaps on Kenny, and I agree. Yeah, dude, I think that's the biggest hole. We're talking about the biggest hole on this for this offseason. You cannot will Mason Cole out there again. I don't care who the quarterback is. You can't do it. He has to super improve. You got to figure it out, dude. Like that guy costs some shit. You cannot throw the snaps in the dirt. Do you think, Shawn, you would take a center in the first round, or would you wait and try to get that a center in the second round and get a tackle maybe or something in the first round? What do you think? Should the Steelers just go for gold and get that center in the first round?
Go for gold. Get him in the first round. Don't play around. That's our weakest link right now is the center position on our offensive line, man. They got to go for him right off the bat. I would be so thrilled if they do that, man.
Yeah, me too. Princess Shorty, it's my birthday. I stubbed. I subbed and I love you guys. Can I please have a shout out? You got the shout out, Princess Shorty. Happy birthday.
What's up, Princess? Happy birthday.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Thanks for stopping through. We appreciate you. Nova Racer. Oh, yeah, see, Shawn's cheering you, Princess. He's even got a brew. He's drinking along beside you for your birthday. Nova Racer, I have said Mason should be the starter since day one. When Ben left, he showed a lot of great things in 2019 without a couple fumbles by receivers in the red zone. He could have easily been 7-1. Abso-freaking-lutely. And I think a lot of people think I don't realize that with Mason. I thought he did pretty damn good for a guy that just came in running a team that was being ran by a potential Hall of Famer, guy that like Big Ben Roethlisberger being in that shadow. And I don't think it was too big for him. He was able to handle it, and he still didn't have the happy feet as bad as damn Kenny does right now. And he
I
was
know.
filling in for a Hall of Fame guy. Oh, this guy loves the Packers. Lima Life, he says Packers will dominate next season, man. Yeah. Phelan presents. Here's a Vikings guy, Vikings fan. The Vikings are low key better. Hey, there you go. Vikings weren't bad. Hey, do you think Vikings get Kirko back and make another run with him? I don't
I don't
think
think
so
so.
either. Everybody wants the Steelers. I hear a lot of people saying the Steelers should grab Kirk Cousins. Is he a free agent, or would you have to trade for him? I think he's a free agent. I wouldn't want him. I think he's getting a little old, but that's just me. I don't want
Yeah,
to do that.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Because
No, me
everybody
either.
like to say, you like that? No, I don't like that, bro.
Yeah. Stan Clare says, is there a center worthy of a first round pick? Do you think that Jackson Powers guy, or whatever, however you say his name, do you think that Oregon kid, do you think you would take a first round tender on him? I think so. I would. I think
Yeah.
he's a first round quality talent. I do. Do you, Shawn?
Yeah, Jackson Powers Johnson, guys, look him up. Watch film on this guy. He can pull off the line. He gets down the field. He can take on multiple guys at once. He's the man. And thanks to my brother Patrick for opening my eyes with this guy out of Oregon. And that guy is the real deal. And that's what I would love to see come to Pittsburgh. You guys should check him out if you haven't checked him out already.
Yeah, I agree, man. And we haven't had a center be able to pull since Marquise Pouncey like that. That center being able to pull, being able to create havoc in that second level when you're pulling or kicking the end out, kicking that pass rusher out, or that is big, man. Having that ability on the offensive line makes you so flexible. And I don't think people really realize how much the center position comes into play on these NFL teams. Quarterback, tackle, center. If you don't have those, you can't win.
That's
Period.
right.
It's the NFL in my eyes. Jack Neely's, my birthday is tomorrow. Well, happy early birthday to you, my friend. Um, we won't read some of the crazy comments. Is Jordan Love is that good? I'm not sure if Jordan Love's that good. He looked good in Pittsburgh. He really did whenever he came to play the Steelers. Jordan Love, for a guy that sat around like he did behind Aaron Rodgers, I was pretty impressed. What do you think about that kid's arm, Shawn? Old Jordan Love when he came into the city of Pittsburgh and played the Steelers.
Extremely impressive, man. I'm really impressed with Jordan Love, and I think he has a bright future in front of him. That team's going to be something to reckon with in the future. Whoever said that a few minutes ago, that they're going to be a team to be reckoned with, you're right. They're going to be good. I actually noticed that just this last season when Pittsburgh squeaked a win past Jordan Love, because when he was driving down the field and throwing that football with some zip that I was talking about, he has it. He has what it takes. Green Bay's got a great
Yeah.
quarterback, and hopefully Pittsburgh can put their pieces to the puzzle in before it's too late.
Yeah.
Because Green Bay's going for it for sure, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. I think Jordan Love's a real deal for sure. Nova Racer, I think the O-line started losing confidence in themselves after Kenny couldn't even get a first down for three-fourths of a lot of the game. Absolutely. He's check down king, not able to get the ball down into the second level, not able to call the right formations. It felt like the protections and things of that nature, audibles, checks, all that shit. It just didn't seem to work. Sometimes here and there, maybe, but you didn't see that growth that you wanted to see. I think that's the problem. Who sent that? Beer Malls, thanks for the super chat. We really appreciate that, my friend. If I miss your comment, I'm very sorry. There's a lot more comments than usual, and it's a lot harder to read. Sean, if you want to read some of them or look for any good ones that you see, yeah, go ahead. Hertz Productions. Can I get a shout out? I just started. Yeah, shout out to Hertz, guys. Jalen Hurts fan, is that what you are, bro? A Philly guy?
What's up, brother?
Hey, Jalen Hurts. Yeah.
Big shout out to you,
Anything?
brother.
Yeah. Nova Racer. There's a reason that all this old O line teammates still love Mason. Al Villanueva only watches him when Mason is starting. Yeah, Big Al. He's a Mason supporter. You have Ramon Foster. It's a big Mason guy. They're real tight. All them old school linemen really do. Sean, there's your sister.
Oh, hey, what's up, Corey? How you doing?
You better. I was gonna say you better say hi to your family, my friend. We always got to do that. We got to shout them out. Everybody's family, though. We'll shout y'all out as we can get you. Nova Racer. I honestly believe the offense has been taken away from Tomlin. Little things that were said by a Rooney. Yeah, I do too. The offense should be taken away from him. That's the thing too, Sean. Should Mike Tomlin have anything to do with this damn offense? Should he butt his damn nose out of it? Should it just be Arthur Smith shift or ship to fly, man? Is that where you're at with this?
Absolutely. Mike Tomlin just needs to stay out of the offense, man. He can maybe help out the defense a little bit because he's a defensive coach. But we got Arthur Smith coming in for a reason, and we need to let him do his thing. Hopefully, they let him bring in the help that he wants, and let's see what this guy can do. I'm ready for it. We need to veer away from Tomlin and what's been going on in the past. If he wants to help out, like I said, with the defense, maybe, but not the offense. Get out.
Yeah, and that's another thing too, Sean. What about you guys in the chat viewing? What do you guys think about Mike Tomlin getting a little bit more hands off? And not maybe even being that involved in the defense and letting Terrell Austin call the defense, allowing his coaches to really do their job. I think that that's an important thing, and I think that that's been a problem. I think Mike Tomlin needs to be that overseer. He needs to control the game. He needs to manage the game. But I think that he needs to allow his coordinators to do their damn job. Do you think Mike Tomlin has his thumb on too many things inside of that building, Sean?
Yeah, I think it's possible for sure. They should definitely just shorten up his task list, a lot smaller. Let him focus in on certain areas, not so much the whole picture. And that's why you want to bring in other guys like Arthur Smith, man. Yeah, he's got to ease up a little bit.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I think so too. I think you got to just let it go. Let your guys work for you. No doubt about it. What's the role of the head coach? That's what I was saying, Stan, for sure. That's the role of the head coach, the overseer, the guy that manages things. But you can't have your hand in every fire because then you're micromanaging people, and you can't micromanage people. It doesn't work anywhere in any job. It just doesn't work in my
Right.
eyes. I really think so. That's a big thing, man. All right. All right, guys. Like the video, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I appreciate you guys so very much. I'm Jason and that's Shawn. We're here with our Wednesday edition where Shawn joins me on Wednesdays and we go live to talk football and Steelers and anything else you guys want to talk about. We appreciate the support tonight. Thank you guys so much. Nova Racer, some people are comparing what Mason did to Jordan Love sitting and learning behind a Hall of Fame quarterback. I think it's a good comparison. No doubt about it, bro. No doubt. You seeing any comments that you want to talk about there, Sean?
Man, there's a lot been coming in really fast. It's kind of hard to keep up with.
Yeah, it is hard to watch it, man, when it scrolls faster. It did slow down here now, so we will be able to read some of them. You can scroll back up and down.
Tomlin should be the mascot. He's a bum.
Some people
Yeah.
are really getting this hate cranked up for Mike Tomlin, bro, for sure. You got to let your freaks freak. Yeah, no doubt, Stan. You do got to let your freaks freak for sure. Um,
Yeah.
let's talk about, since this Super Bowl game is going on here this weekend. I wanted to bring one thing up, and I made it in my notes, and I haven't been able to bring it up yet, but I figure no better time than now. Debo, our Debo, our James Harrison, our Hall of Fame type guy. When he made that play against the Arizona Cardinals in Super Bowl 43, is that the best play in Super Bowl history? I want to know. What do you think, Shawn? Is that your favorite play in Super Bowl history? Is that, out of every
Mm.
Super Bowl you've ever seen, is that the one play that is it, the best one?
Gosh, man. Yeah, it's right there with Big Ben hitting Santonio Holmes in the back of the end zone. Both those plays, I lost my shit. And it was the best
Yeah.
thing I've ever seen in the Super Bowl. Yeah. I don't know, man, if it gets much better than those two plays. It's a toss up
Yeah.
between those two for me.
Yeah, I think those are two high ranking ones. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. That's pretty high. Those are pretty damn good plays, and they rank up there pretty damn good. What do you guys think? Put it in the chat. Let me know what your favorite Super Bowl play of all time was. Was it the James Harrison interception return when he drops back and picks off Kurt Warner and takes it to the house and almost dies on the football field live at Raymond James Stadium, man? That was crazy.
Yeah.
Cranked up. He should have been fired after Jacksonville game. Beer Malls. My Kenny jersey is in the closet. Next step is Goodwill. I was considering that also, dude. Good thing I don't pay a lot of money for my jerseys, guys. I'm going to put that link up there. I don't know if I'm allowed to or not. I get jerseys at a super cheap rate, and they are super authentic, or they look like they're super authentic. They feel good. They wash well. I've never had a trouble with them at all, and they are very cheap. I've paid under $30 at times for them. My wife gets them. I'm going to find the link and put it up there for you guys to get those.
Wow.
JD says that has to be the top three at least. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other ones. Can you think of any other ones, Shawn, besides the ones that the Steelers had? I'm trying to think of other teams. I don't know. I really don't.
When it comes down to just one play, no, I don't think it beats that, man. It's hard to beat that. I can
Me
think of great
too.
comebacks. I can think of great games in the Super Bowl where there was great comebacks made and upsets happened. But man, when it comes down to just a
There.
play, yeah, James Harrison might
Yeah.
have been the greatest play in Super Bowl history. Absolutely.
Mr. Wells says Randall L. to Hines for the dagger in Super Bowl 40 was amazing. I thought it was a good play, dude, for sure. Patrick, not Corey. Patrick must have Corey's phone, I think, Shawn. So that's what she said earlier. He said, "How y'all feel about the tight end room in Pittsburgh? Is Fryermuth the guy? Tight end is one of the big flex roles in successful offenses today. Abso-freaking-lutely. I think that Pat Fryermuth could be potentially good. I think that he has the ability to be good. I don't like his injury history. What do you think, Shawn? Should the Steelers reach out in terms of to make some cap space to make Pat Fryermuth a Steeler for a while? Would you go out there and extend Pat Fryermuth to a new contract? Try to work down maybe his cap number here initially a little bit to get under the cap. Steelers 16 million over right now. Would you do something like that to get Pat Fryermuth secured for a few seasons?
Honestly, I would like to see them lean more towards Darnell Washington. I like what he brings to the table. We haven't got to see everything that he could even do yet. They could save some cap space by letting Muth go. I know that hurts me to say it because I love Muth, man. I really do. But we got a guy, man, Darnell Washington, that is a force to be reckoned with. And he is a monster of a man. And I would like to see him utilized more, man. So maybe they got to let
Yeah.
him go. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do I know?
I don't know, man. He's on I think it's his fourth year. He wasn't a first round pick, so he doesn't have that fifth year option like Najee Harris does. So, like, the Steelers could work Najee in, Pat, and try to get that. But that comment was right. The tight end room is very pivotal right now in the NFL. If you have quality tight end play, the sky is the limit for your offense. The Chiefs do it with Travis Kelce. The 49ers do it with Kittle. You gotta have a good tight end. You gotta have that flexibility. And another thing you gotta have is a good slot receiver. And the Steelers didn't have that shit at all. Allen Robinson was a failure Well, at
Yeah.
least they didn't use him, right? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Makes me crazy. There's some more plays coming in. Seattle blowing it at the end with the pick by Butler by the Patriots when they didn't use beast mode. Yeah, that was good play.
Oh boy, that was
Marcus
big.
Allen's big run for the Raiders, I believe. That was pretty good, right? I think it was for the Raiders, right? Marcus Allen.
What
Never
about
racer, exactly, Sean.
what about Willie
Never
Parker?
racer.
Willie Parker
What's
had a
that?
big run. Willie Parker, he had a big run in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yes, sir. 75 yards for the scamper. That was right. Yes, that was a big play, too. No doubt. Rod says no huge money. I think that's probably toward who? Probably for Pat Fryermuth. I wouldn't pay Pat Fryermuth huge money yet. I don't think he's earned it at all. No, I don't. I just don't think he deserves that top end tight end money. I wouldn't pay him that. If that's what he's demanding, I'd be like, sorry, bro, we'll figure it out. Let's see, Stan Clare, that's a big unit. Love move too, but he has a number of concussions already. Yeah, Muth. Yeah, he does have a number of concussions, a knee injury at one time. He has a lot. Didn't he drop the ball when Mason was in there against the Detroit Lions when they ended up tying, Sean? Was that the game that he fumbled, Muth? I think so. Yeah,
He's on
I
a
really
blank.
do. Yeah, remember that game where they tied the Detroit Lions when Mason was a starter a few years back, and they were going down, and I think Pat Fryermuth fumbled away a big ball. I'm pretty sure yeah, I'm pretty sure that
That
was it.
doesn't.
Yeah, Nova confirmed it. Pat F has been underutilized. That's why you don't go overpay for some big name QB. I agree. No, don't overpay for a big QB, guys. I don't agree with that. I thought he was confirming the fumble. I think that was him that fumbled that game. And otherwise, I think Mason was driving them down to win that football game. I think he had like a run and then a little scamper, and he came down and was looking to make some moves. And Pat Fryermuth fumbled a good pass away. All right, guys. Anything else you guys want to talk about tonight with the Pittsburgh Steelers ahead of the Super Bowl weekend, the big game? Sean and I appreciate you guys all for coming through. And my dog, guys, I got to say this before my dog has been sitting here, laying beside me for 52 minutes and 14 seconds now. She won't move. She's a chocolate lab, and she has the worst gas. And I have almost gagged about 50 times while we've been doing this show. Dude, she's killing me, man. Killing me.
Bro.
Oh, dude, I'm sitting here thinking to myself for a while, for like the first 20 minutes of the show, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, am I shitting myself? Am I that old? Like I'm just randomly shitting myself? No, it's this damn dog. Oh my God. Oh,
Bro.
oh,
Wow.
I'm choking, bro. I'm about that. There she's leaving now. Go lay down, dog. Not here. Go find a new home.
Man, you gotta put a gate
Oh,
up the kitchen, bro.
crazy.
You gotta get yourself
No.
a nice little space so your dog can't get to you.
Yeah, I built a little booth, but it's all thin shit. So the smell comes right through. It's got an open front. So I need to really cage myself in with like some plexiglass or some shit and be so the smell don't hit me for sure. Yeah, guys, that's about all we got to talk about. Sean, do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, it's been nice talking Pittsburgh Steelers. I do want to say, right now, lately, I've been laid up with a back injury, but I'm getting better. I'm starting to get up and about it. But hey, guys, you guys want to come over to my channel on YouTube? It's called Epic Expeditions. I'm going to be putting up some content of my spearfishing expeditions. I go out and I go diving in the ocean. And I'll show you guys all the crazy stuff that I see out there, and camping and hiking, all this the back country of Hawaii. If you're interested in that, come on over and subscribe to my channel. Here soon, I'm going to get it active real soon. I already got all my gear ready to go. And I'd appreciate that, man. And thanks, Jason, for giving me this platform to advertise for that. And it'd be cool to share
Yeah,
you guys what I like to do when I'm not watching football.
no doubt. And Sean, just so everybody can find your channel, I will pin it in the comments. Sean, make a comment and put your channel link in there. Sean's just building it now. So, guys, be patient with him as he works on his content and recovers from his injury and stuff. But it's going to be an exciting channel with really cool things on there. And it's a little change of pace from football. So, give you something else to watch and support Sean a little bit. Go over and subscribe to his channel, help him out a little bit when content starts flowing. help him have a little bit of an easier go and getting moving a little bit. Nova Racer, we'll get some last couple contents. Corey Lackey, great show. Have a good night, guys. Later, fam. Nova Racer, Mason knocked the Lions safety out cold trying to win that game. Yeah, he did bust his ass, didn't he? That was crazy. We have a Detroit guy that runs a Detroit channel. Edits Detroit, I think. His Lines edits. I can't remember it off the top of my head. I'm drawing a blank. I don't know if he's still in there or not, but he runs a Detroit Lions channel. Go check him out. Also, he does some good content too. I'll go back through and look for his stuff, but he's a good. He does good work. So go over and check him out. And next time we do a show, maybe he'll comment on here and I can shout him out here. JD, I don't do ocean sharks bother me. Yeah, no shit. LV Dennis, do you like beans? I don't like beans. My dog must, the way she was shitting. No doubt about it. Absolutely. All right, guys, we had a great amount of viewers tonight. We almost got to 100. We hit 99 at one point, so we did break our record at one consecutive thing. So we'll see if we broke our 1,294 total viewers from last night. But thank you so much.
We did go over 100, bro. I saw at one point we had 102 in here. We did it, brother.
Oh, there you go. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks to Shawn. Appreciate it. So, guys, our next live show will be Friday at 6 p.m. Shawn, if he's not busy, he's always welcome. I don't know his schedule totally, but we'll work that out however it goes here. But you can always expect him here on Wednesday for sure. So that's something always to look forward to. So, guys, Shawn, go ahead. Anything else? You good? You want to bid farewell to our peoples?
Thanks, guys. Thank you all for the comments. It's really fun interacting with you guys. I really love this. Thanks, Nova Racer. You say I have it hard out here in Hawaii. Poor Shawn. Did you hear your band dancing with the hula girls? No, unfortunately, I didn't. I hurt my back lifting my wife up into the attic, brother. Nothing cool happened. I know better, so I had to learn the hard way.
I got to warn you, Shawn, never use these words in the same sentence. I hurt my back lifting my wife. I don't care what it is. Don't ever say that. You're going to get yourself in trouble, bro. I just know it.
Right.
But
now
anyway,
later.
Yeah, your wife watches a show. She's going to kick your ass, my friend.
Man.
All right, thanks to all the great commenters. Thanks to all the Mic Drop Mafia subscribers, all those people. Oh, I just got a cramp in my leg from sitting here for an hour. Holy shit. Take care, JD. All right, guys, we're up to about 79 now, so we're cranking along. Trump or Biden? I don't care. We don't talk politics here, my friend. Yeah. Sorry, brother. Yeah, we're not doing the politic thing. We're here for fun. All right, guys, we're going to be peaced out. I'm Jason, that's Shawn, and this is Mic Drop Sports. And once again, thank you guys so much. And until Friday night's live, we'll see you tomorrow on the regular show. So, peace, guys.
Later, guys. Thanks, Jason. See you later, buddy.
Later, bud.